died a shitload of times, so I guess I'll talk about one of them. I died a lot of times, and I'm not, I don't know, in different realities, different dimensions, alternate realities. I died, and the last time I died was the only time I died in the third dimension. I died in the third dimension. I died fucked up, super gruesome, super gruesome and super stupid. Which would fit for my me being the dumbest. Oh hell no! The dumbest motherfucker that ever lived. You know, and throughout the history of the world, it had to be the smartest motherfucker, and there has to be the dumbest motherfucker. Ta-da! Here's the dumbest motherfucker right here. How I died in the third dimension. You know, I was on Mill Ave, and Mill Ave is called the Mill Ave because it's got an old flour mill. Old flour mill. It's tripped out, man. That shit is like a. It was like I was on like a reality TV show type shit, you know, from you know, that was hidden camera type shit. That's how I felt. So anyway, this is what happened. I was in one of the things I had to do was you know, I was shooting meth and smoking weed. So when God talks to you, he's like or when God talks to me, the creator talks to me. Man, damn. It's like just a knowing, you know. It's not talking like words or any shit like that. You know what I'm saying? The dogs know. Yeah, it's just a, you know, I don't know how to explain it. It's communication, so I don't know. What up? You go home already?
I got a letter though from my employer saying I start on Wednesday.
Oh yeah?
Go ask your employer. Just be, hey man, can I get a letter just saying that I fucking started?
Yeah.
That I have a job and shit, and they'll accept me. That way you don't gotta walk around all fucked up.
Yeah, at least I got 2 days off. So
Yeah, you understand.
yeah. I only got 30 minutes, so I ain't tripping.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the long way. Alright, see you. Anyway, I went to the old flour mill. This shit is like I had a prompting, so I'm gonna say it's prompting, because this shit is like life plays like a game to me now. Like I'm in a big ass virtual game, holographic game. The prompting was I had been awake for like 5 days or some shit, was to go into this flour mill that I had done before on, you know, in this fucking weird ass pranksters / Fear Factor with God game that I was playing. But it was to go in the flour mill without a flashlight. So I went up in the motherfucker. Boom. I spent the night in the motherfucker, sitting on all like just bird shit and like mountains of bird shit. Fell asleep in there. When I woke up in the morning, I could have swore I heard people were coming up there, so I was like, oh shit. But I don't think anybody was coming. It made me go up another story. I climbed up this rusty ass ladder, and then I went. I was like on the very top of this flour mill, the highest point. I was on this highest point, and the ceiling, just under the ceiling, you know, like it had a skeleton ceiling out, and it was like this ladder. It was like a ladder, looked like a ladder, you know, of bars. So I was like laying on this bar, and I was looking down to wait to see somebody, and I fell asleep. And when I was asleep, I rolled over. I rolled over into this like human meat grinder of a fall, and I died on the crossbeam. I didn't remember all this. It didn't come back to me till I was in the hospital. But when what had happened was I rolled over, and right here is you know, dead, like ragdoll style, is where I hit this boom, hit the crossbeam. And all I remember is like a flash, like just like in a video game when you die, your dude gets shot up or whatever, and he's and you could kind of still, as you're fading to black, you know, shit's still happening. You know, somebody might be kicking you while you're on the ground or some shit. You know, well, all I remember seeing is flash, like I took a picture, like boom, in black. When it was fading to black, all I see is like my head, like my vision is like boom, like my head's bouncing off the walls and shit. There was a cross beam, and under the cross beam is a steel pipe, big ass steel pipe, and under the steel on the bottom, it was this part that looked like a fucking submarine hatch, you know what I'm saying, and it was open. That's what I landed on. When I woke up and I didn't realize anything. I didn't know what the hell had happened. I didn't really think nothing of it, but I was laying in this bird shit on my back, and I couldn't move. I just remember I was like trying to say help, like, hey, somebody help, like, man down, you know, and I black out again, boom. When I blacked out, I remember my head was like my head was like spinning, like twisting in the bird shit, like hard. You know, I don't know why. And then when I came to again, like I could kind of move my head and my upper body a little bit, and I was like grabbing these chunks of bird shit and and I was chunking them like trying to throw them out the window, like, because I thought I was like I thought I was like somewhere where there was people at, you know. So I'm chunking bird shit 100 feet into, you know, through a window that's 100 feet in the air, you know, thinking that somebody's gonna see. And it's in somewhere where I'm not supposed to be, you know what I'm saying. I had to basically jump a fence and trespass and shit to get in there. So, and I black out again, you know what I'm saying, because I remember, when I woke up again, then I kind of started realizing that my legs weren't moving. So I couldn't move my legs, and I had to take a piss, you know what I'm saying. Inside I remember I was still trying to say, hey, help, somebody, like, fucking man down, you know, like, man down. While it felt like there was, I could feel the liquids inside of me, like they were draining out, you know what I'm saying? Like, definitely, my shit was fucked up. I blacked out again, and then when I came to, I started like, hey, I seen this. There was like a chain and shit behind me, so like hanging up, and I grabbed it, started to pull myself. I ended up pulling myself to my feet, my legs and shit, like, and I was in pain, but I still was like not all there. I didn't really realize what had happened. I shuffled to my feet, and you know, ended up getting to my feet, and you know, and then I started like exploring around the little fucking mill and shit, like going back to this far part, because I never seen it during the day. You know, I'm like, you know, checking shit out. You know, fucking around in there. I'm fucking around in there, and it was daytime, you know. I ended up figuring that I gotta go, I gotta get down from here. So it took me, I don't know how long to climb down this ladder from the very top. In pain, but I don't know if it was pain or not. I'm not sure if I was in pain, but what is pain is kind of was just like, it wasn't the same, like as a thought. Like I think of pain, and that's about it. Every step I took, I was thinking of pain, but I don't know how to explain it. So when I get down, I have to get down off the ladder. I gotta fucking make this jump from the bottom of the ladder to get over this. It looks like it goes down into an elevator shaft. Down goes further. I jump over that. Boom, pain. It's hard for me to breathe. I know. I feel like my ribs. I'm for sure my ribs are broken. I still don't remember all the time I'm doing this. I don't remember what happened yet. I didn't have the recall of the fall and everything that had happened. I'm still not all there. I know my ribs are broke. And I'm like, I'm mostly poking into my lungs, because it's hard to breathe. Or at least I have the thought that it's hard to breathe, So, pain. I'm going, I get out of the, I have to jump a couple fences, jump down a wall, pain, or the thought of pain. And, I walk down Mill Ave. Shit, man, I even think it was a weekend too, so it was popping, I had to walk down Mill. I left my skateboard downstairs, down in the very bottom too, so I grabbed my skateboard, I'm walking, because every time I walk, it feels like something poking into my ribs, poking into my lungs. I bump into a couple of other beings. I guess there would be my light family, that are, they're on the same game board that I am. Whatever that's the stages that were over there. We're playing some kind of game. No part of the world maybe is the game. They're on the street. They're street people too. To everybody else, they just look like homeless people. Like fuck ups and drug addicts and shit. That's what it would have looked like to me before 2 years ago, before awakening, starting my awakening, and it's hard in a bitch, and run into dude, Little Sair is his name, and it's crazy because these motherfuckers are super fucking talented. Like, dude plays a bucket with some drumsticks and makes some cold ass beats, and he could sing and he could rap and he could play the piano we stopped in the store one time before we were hanging out, and they let him play the piano to the point to where this motherfucker played the piano where it made tears come out of my eyes and shit. Angelic beings, the motherfuckers they got skills. Anyway, I run into dude down Mill where the CVS, and I'm telling him like, yeah, man, I died. No, I'm telling him I fell. Something happened. I'm fucked up. I'm like, I'm gonna go to the hospital, but first to go to Circle K, I walk my ass to this, a few blocks away from the hospital to Circle K to get a soda. You know what I'm saying? Grab a soda, grab a Mountain Dew, and do. And Oh, and dude gives me I tell him, hold on to my skateboard for me, you know what I'm saying? It's cool. I would go to the hospital, he gives me a bus pass. I take the bus, but I missed the bus stop and go pretty much the same distance I had to walk, but the opposite side, and where I get off the bus, walk back. I'm walking back. I have another, gunshot encounter with some lady, obviously, some type of being, asked me, damn, spitting like a motherfucker. And anyway, I go to the hospital, St. Luke's, and they're like, I'm like, yeah, I think I broke my ribs, whatever the fuck. They take me and do the x-rays and shit, and then they're like, do the x-ray, and then they, I go back in the room, in the bed and shit, and they're like, boom, come in with this board. And a bunch of other motherfuckers talking about, yeah, we're gonna take you to Scottsdale to the trauma. You got fucking 2 lacerated vertebrae and 2 fractured ribs and a pneumoed lung. Like my lung, like I hit that fucking thing so hard it popped, it fucking popped a hole in my lung. Not by being stabbed by by me fucking landing on that motherfucker just on my ribs, fucking ragdoll style. Yeah, it was a good fall, I'd say 3 stories. While asleep, the fucking, they take me to Spanish Scottsdale. Boom, they do the whole thing, strip my ass, cut my clothes off and everything, do the whole fucking, the check thing. They give me this, I don't know how you OD on fentanyl, but these motherfuckers got this big fat tube full of all this clear shit like this. Talking about introducing fentanyl, you know what I'm saying? Shot me with the whole motherfucker. Then while I'm in the hospital, while I'm in the bed, I'm telling these motherfuckers like, oh yeah, mind you, I don't have, like, all this shit happened to me. I don't have a fucking scratch, nothing on my head, no bumps, no knots, no bruises, scratches anywhere, nothing. But how did these injuries happen? Then when I go to sleep, then I have the vision, and I remember, remembering it at the same time that Big Dog had me remember the shit. He had me remember this thing I found that I read that was on the side of the river. On the side of Tempe Town Lake. It says, and it always stuck with me, and I knew it was gonna mean something to me. When it was supposed to. It said, oh shit, what time is it? Okay. If I'm late, they're gonna make me write like 600 sentences talking about I will not be late or some shit like that. And I ain't trying to do that. The thing it said if you get in the water, you'll be wet. But then in an hour, you won't. So then where will be your proof? That's boom. That shit came to me. Boom. And it made everything. I started to understand that he left. I died so fucked up. Like and I remember my eye was popped out. I was just a mountain of broken, shattered up bones. Like everything was broken. My neck, everything was broken. And I had these 3. Felt like horns that I had on my head. I remember then that I had woke up and I was like, what the hell are these? Like, I had a big, like, one right here, and one right here. Like, big ass bumps from my head whipping and hitting all kinds of shit. Like I was dead in the most fucked up way. So, I was dead. Dead to right. Dead in. There was no coming back for me. There was no coming back for me. There's no way. You know, but here I am. Here I am, not only alive and walking. I don't have a cane. They let me out of the hospital, which is the hospital was so weird, man. They were so fucking weird. Like, I was telling them this shit. Like, yeah, I died. I fucking died. I remember this shit. I remember this. I remember that. And you know, I told them like where I was at and everything. And you know, after I had got out of the hospital, I went by there again, and they had the damn doors like locked tighter than the Ark of the Covenant. You know what I'm saying? That joint had boom, 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 these big ass bars with these big ass padlocks on that motherfucker. Like 6 padlocks, like all the way around that shit. Anyway, yeah, and I died, and then I, you know, I don't know. Before I had earlier in my awakening in the game, you know, I did this thing where I got awarded infinite respawn in the game, and when I got awarded infinite respawn, and it was, I don't know where, some kind of different alternate reality, the other dimension or whatever the fuck that I was in. Then I, you know, I passed out and then went to this. I remember being on the ship, and you know, all I could see was the bottom half of me. I could see my clothes. I couldn't see I don't remember what the faces or anybody looked like, but I was laying in a tube, and like the shit opened up, and I got up, and they had like some kind of ceremony where they were awarding me infinite respawn. They said I was the only being in the Earth Matrix simulation to have infinite respawn, to level up to infinite respawn. But anyway, all that shit goes together somehow, some way, and I don't care. I don't care how. You know, just all I'm doing is what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't care if I sound stupid. I'm not articulate, and I don't tell good stories, and it's just a bunch of jumbling. But like I said, shit, dogs. I've had motherfuckers, but I could understand what the fuck they were. I don't know why they didn't use words, but I could understand what they were communicating with me, and I could understand it. So whatever me doing these for, I don't care. It doesn't matter what. All I know is I'm supposed to testify, and that doesn't mean that I have to sit around and think like, how am I gonna, let me write this out. Let me write out how I'm gonna say it so people could understand, because the ones that's supposed to understand are gonna understand, or whatever. If it's for nothing, then it's for nothing. You know, fucking, it doesn't matter to me. You know, I'm not supposed to, not like I'm gonna be like, yeah, I did it. There's no glory for me, you know. It's all glory to the Creator. But yeah, that's one time I died, and that was a third dimension death. Oh yeah, and now I'm not monstro solo no more. I don't know his rank, but my name changed, and not monstro solo. Now I'm KAMIKAZE Jesus. KAMIKAZE Jesus is, you know, so motherfuckers ask me my name, I'm supposed to say KAMIKAZE Jesus. And my reality is that this is a game. This is a holographic game that we're playing, and there we are some, you know, this just ain't what I thought. You know what I'm saying? It's not what I thought. Not what I ever thought the world was at all. I was deaf, dumb, and blind for 37 years. And, you know, Like I heard somebody say before when I wasn't supposed to hear, that they better put, you know, that they better put a leash on this pup. The pup meaning, you know, I'm a baby dog. I'm a dog of war. You know, spiritual war. But I only know what I know, and I don't know what I don't know, and I don't understand shit, and I don't know shit. You know, I'm just doing what I'm fucking told. And if it doesn't matter to me about motherfucker believe in anything or making anybody believe anything, because I'm not a teacher. I'm not a teacher. There's only one teacher, you know what I'm saying? There's only one teacher. And he's going to teach you however the way he wants to teach you, by teaching motherfuckers through other people or through direct experience. And my shit's all direct. My shit's all direct experience, definitely, because I don't have enough brains to learn like that from a teacher, from earth teacher, you know, a human. You know, that's been proven my whole life. You know, I got C's and shit sometimes. I got C's and D's sometimes, but I think that was for like PE and shit. The only places that I couldn't that they weren't giving us papers and telling us to do work on them, and I was flipping them bitches over and drawing. But yeah, that's it for my testimony of the most weirdest shit ever. Well, for today. All right.